Hello, yeah, welcome to day 11 of the Sew It Here 30 Day Sewing Challenge. And in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make the stylish top. Now, this top is in two ways because it's more like a cross top that has this crop length and a longer length at the back. So if this is something you like to watch, do well to stay till the end. So I'm going to be making use of this wine fabric, and this is a Korean crepe fabric of medium texture. I went ahead to fold my fabric into four, as you can see. So I'm cutting the front and the back together, and I'm working with a wideness of 30 inches, okay, across, and 27 inches along the length. So I went ahead to impute my neck width, which is 5 inches in this case, and I'm going to be imputing the neck depth for the back first, which is 1.5 inches, and the neck depth for the front neckline, which is going to be 3 inches. So I used 5.5 for the neck width, and the neck depth for the back 1.5 inches, and 3 inches for the neck depth of the front. So I went ahead just to connect this using my hand to form like a boat neckline, a canoe neckline. Okay, so now from this point to the other edge, I have about 31 inches, but I'm going to be working with 30 inches. And how to derive this particular measurement is just to put your tape in your mid neck, from your mid neck to your wrists. Whatever measurement you have there, then that is what you are going to be imputing on this part. Yours could be less or more depending on your height. So after doing that, I went ahead to come down by 2 inches, as you can see, and that is going to be what I use to create my shoulder slope. Now from that line, you are going to be taking your round measurements, your wrist round measurement, and you want it to be loose based on the style, and go ahead to impute that point on that straight line that you see. After doing that, I went to my neck width where I have, and I measure out my chest line. But this time around, I'm going to be adding 1.5 inch to my chest line for ease. This is because this is not a fitted style. This is a freestyle, so you want to ensure you have enough ease. You can add 2 inches, you can do 2.5, but I'm fine with 1.5 inch. Okay, and from that point, I'm going to be marking in my bust round measurement divided by 4, as you can see, plus 1.5 inch for ease. So one thing you need to understand about this tie is that it is not a fitted tie. So you need to add ease for it to be free on your body. After which, I went ahead to connect that point to my wrist round measurement. Now I just went ahead to impute my bust round measurement divided by 4 on the length of this top. And after doing that, you can see I went ahead to connect the point together, and I'm just going to go ahead to cut this while adding 0.5 inches, which is going to be my sewing allowance. So I'm going to be cutting the back neckline first, and I'm going to separate that. Then I'm going to go ahead to cut out the neckline for the front, as you can see. So after cutting the neckline on the front, we're going to be working on the neckline fabric to create our design. First of all, you are going to indicate your waistline point. Now, this waistline point is where you're going to be making your slant, okay? We're going to be having a curve on this part, so you can decide to do your waist. Just know that whatever point you are doing it, that is where you're going to have this effect of that cross effect. So that is where you're going to have it. So from that point now, I came down on the hem of this gown. I went in by 0.75 inches, and I just connected to that point using a slant. Then I went ahead to cut it. Now this is what it looked like, and this is what we are trying to achieve, because we are going to be folding this. We are going to be folding this, like twisting it in form of a cross when we are done. So you want to ensure that you check that, and if you feel you need to go higher a bit, probably is not sleeping well, you can do such. So after checking I went ahead to increase this by 1 inch. I felt it was too low, so I went up by 1 inch, and I'm going to just trim that off. And this is going to be giving me a V shape when I'm done. So this is what it looks like after I'm done. So I'm just going to go ahead now to create a slant curve at the edge. So I'm just going to indicate the point where I'm going to, okay, stop that curve. So I went up by 9 inches, and you can see I'm just going to use my hand to create dotted lines to create a curve. So after doing that, I'm going to go ahead to cut this curve, and don't forget that our center front, like our top, is on fold. So when you're cutting like this, you're cutting for both sides. Now this is what it looks like when I'm done cutting. So I'm going to be folding that V cut we have. I'm going to be folding that part, and after folding, I'm also going to hem the other part, and I'm going to be explaining what to do shortly. So this is just me trying to see if everything is going to sit well when I'm done joining. Okay, so now please, you need to pay attention at this point. I'm going to be folding, I'm going to do a double fold on that V cut, as you can see, round. And after doing that, I'm also going to go ahead to cut facing for my front and back fabric, and I'm going to go ahead to sew the facing on this off camera. And after doing that, I'm going to ensure that I connect them shoulder to shoulder like so, right side facing right side. And I'm going to go ahead to sew that down using 0.5 inch till I get to that wrist point. And I'm also going to join it at the side using the allowance I left, and you can see that you can see where the curve starts, right? So that point, I'm going to top stitch on it, then I'm going to fold the side, the back side and the curve side individually, not together at that point. So I'm going to go ahead to hem individually, as you can see, for the back piece and the front piece. So after joining and sewing all the parts, this is what I have at the end of the day. And one of the things I forgot is to tell you to attach a rope. So I just attach a rope at the edge, as you can see, of that curve, and this is the way the top is going to look when you're done. So this is something you can decide to style on your trousers, skirt, or what have you. I hope you learned something from this video. I hope you understand this stylish top, and I hope you also recreate. Thank you so much for your love in my previous video. Thank you so much for watching. Do subscribe, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.